the shots.
45 blocks last year. Clark for three. Clark, they said she has redefined what a good shot is. Look how far out she was.
I'm Jambari Moreau. We're here. This is episode 2 of She Shoots, She Scores. We have Tasha in the building. We got Q in the building.
It's your boy Q. Say OVO.
And we here. We live. We talking Caitlin Clark. We talking Angel Reese. We're talking a bunch. Episode 2, She Shoots, She Scores. Let's get it.
WNBA rookie Caitlin Clark is stepping onto the professional courts with high expectations. Today we're gonna dive deep into an explosive debut and what it means for her and her future in the league. So DJ, I'm gonna start with you. Can Caitlin Clark dominate in the WNBA like she did in college basketball?
I believe that Caitlin Clark can be as good as she would like to be. I think Caitlin Clark is a generational player. And I think that her debut game showed enough of that. Just as a rookie, she was able to not only be trusted by her teammates to take the last shot and this is in her first professional game, which I really just think is outstanding, but she was able to make a huge impact. She scored 21 points in 28 minutes. She shot almost 45% from the floor. She shot 13 threes. She could have honestly scored at least 40 points if she played 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. But the fact that she got in foul trouble early, which kind of plagued her. But we talked about it last episode. Well, we knew defensively she'd have to get better. She has to get stronger. The vets are coming at her, and this is the thing that impressed me the most seeing her. This is the thing that I was like kind of taken aback with, right? So she made a great move on Natasha Howard in single coverage. Great, boom. She if you leave her open, she's gonna knock that down. But the thing that really impressed me was when she was able to have her way with the defense, and this is while being double teamed, right? So the defense was draped on her all night, and she was able to do what she wanted. Now everything she didn't want fell. It didn't fall. Everything didn't fall down, and they're not always all going to. But she was able to do what she wanted, and I just thought it was really impactful and that was really awesome to see.
Okay, Q, what about you?
For me, I'm not so big on preseason games, just because we've seen so many players that have great preseason games, and then the regular season, if the playoffs, they make it the playoffs, it don't pan out. And the same thing, vice versa. Players have horrible preseason games, and then boom, they're playing at the next level during the regular season, and if they make it to the playoffs. But what I will say in positivity about some of those shots we just witnessed is that she looks comfortable taking those shots, just as if she were still playing college hoops, which is really what you want to see. Not only did her teammates trust her, but she trusted herself.
Yeah.
Which is major confidence for a rookie. And I really can't wait to see how it goes forward and how far she actually develops. Last week, I mentioned that she can literally be that transitional player that takes the WNBA from here up to here, sort of like how Magic Johnson and Larry Bird did for the NBA in the 80s, and then further again when Michael Jordan did in the 90s. So,
and then if we could also, I wanted to also just highlight the fact that Randy kind of touched, and he's not here today, and that's okay. But he also talked about in regards to that development with Caitlin. So I just want to just do a quick flashback. So we're gonna just share this tab right quick. It goes right.
I want to see her develop her game and take it to the next level, because if all you could do is pass the ball and shoot threes, you're going to find a way to cover that. And the coaches in the W are well-rounded enough to where they'll put a scheme together where they can minimize her as a threat. I want to see her grow here.
So what do you want to see from her?
Develop her mid-range game get better with layups. And just like she really has to develop that mid range game, because if someone's guarding her the entire court, like how is she gonna get that shot off unless it's a screen?
Yeah.
Like I really want to see her just sharpen up her tools.
Are you saying that she's not? And ironically enough, this is literally what happened last night, which caused her and her team. And I'll let the results speak. So we're gonna share this.
On the drive, and she is going to have it knocked away. No foul. That was a block. Welcome to the W.
Well, Natasha Howard has been patrolling the paint all day. That might have been off.
Yeah. If I can say, Caitlin, she's crafty and she's savvy.
Oh yeah, continue.
Yeah. What I've seen so far, she's gonna take the WNBA to the next level. She's confident within herself, like what Q said. Her teammates believe in her, coaches. The more she develops, and what you said, she gains some more weight. She's gonna be a force to deal with.
She literally has the green light from her team, which is going to be great for a player like her. You want to give those players the green light, the keys to the franchise.
And speaking of just having the green light, so just she'll as she develops, she'll get better. And as you said, as I mentioned, with just the adding the muscle, she'll get muscle on in her body, and she'll either stop up for the mid range pull up, which I think that was a strong take, and I believe that she let the referee make the decision, which I'm not a huge fan with, but I'm like, why not? But as like I said, if she had 10 more pounds, that's an and one, and that's not even a question. So she'll get there. But that's she got the heart. That's what's kind of surprised me too. She had the heart to play. She's more fiery than she looks. That's one thing I appreciate about her. She's a really good hooper.
Yeah, and speaking of fire, this girl, she got a mean step back. Sportsmanship shines as she acknowledges the talent of the rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, who we've been talking about. And so we're going to take a closer look at her performance and the implications for the Dallas Wings. So, DJ, I'm going to shoot this question at you first. How will Arike's leadership influence the Dallas Wings season?
Oh well, she's great. Regardless of what she's doing in her game, she will always compete, and that's one thing I really do appreciate about Arike's game, is that the fact that she's able to just continue to not. She's relentless. This is her with her game-winning shot. Is a step back three. Is the only three that she hit that night, and this is just
a game winner.
Tough. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a dagger.
Yeah.
She shot, I believe, her she didn't have the best shooting night, and regardless, her confidence does not waver. She will continue to be relentless, and that's one thing I appreciate, and I'm sure the Dallas Wings appreciate it, obviously. The fact last night, again, she took 24 shots, she scored 19 points, but she was also able to contribute 3 assists. And she's just really good. She's a really good player. She's hit clutch shots after clutch shots since Notre Dame. She's hit clutch shots for the Dallas Wings. So if you haven't seen her play, you need to. She's one of the top leading scorers last year. She's really great player. And another thing that I want, I'll share this with you as well, is, and I'll let you kind of take this over, but she also gave praise to Caitlin Clark, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't expect her to do that, which I was like, okay, cool. And it was really refreshing to see. A lot of the vets are coming at her, such as Taurasi, but a lot of the other ones are also giving her praise, which I thought was interesting.
I think it is very big of her to. It's different for her to give some praise to Caitlin Clark, because we kind of seen like a lot of vets be like, all right, like let's see what the Rook can do. Y'all keep talking about the Rook this, the Rook that. Let's see what she can do. And like I won't say they're being like opposing against her, but they're not giving her that acknowledgement of like, all right, yeah, she can play. And it maybe it's because they haven't played against her yet or been on the same floor as her yet. But it is good to see that anybody is welcoming her, such as a leader of another franchise. Even with her leadership, I think the Dallas Wings can be a contending team. Not only with just her, They also have the most improved player from last season. And I just really want to see that team grow within itself. Because, like I said, they can be competitive. They really can.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. DJ, have any last topics, or you're gonna move on to the next segment?
Just to finish, the Dallas Wings were able to finish fourth in the WNBA last year. So they got to the conference semis. They retooled. They brought Jaylen Brown. She's a rookie. And if you saw the game, she's a rookie. She scored 21 points. She's great. She's a rookie. This rookie class is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's not just Caitlin. Caitlin also had a great game again. She had a +6. She was one of the highest. Had the highest one of the highest plus minus in the game last night. But Jaylen Brown was a huge factor. She was able to knock down clutch threes, mid-range jumpers. Again, this is a rookie. She had a +3. She's a leading scorer last night for Dallas. She had this girl. She had 3 threes. Like this girl is legit.
And you know
And
what I just thought about? I just thought about would you consider, or would you think that this is the best class in the WNBA as far as drafting?
yeah, that might be something we need to talk. That absolutely might be
Yeah.
a discussion to speak about. I would love to have that. What do you think, Q?
You gotta let the season play out. Hold on, we gotta let the season play out. I was thinking it too because I was looking at all the rookies contributions they made in their first preseason game. Let's just let the rookies be rookies, and then it'll be one of the things we can discuss after even midway through the season,
Okay.
perhaps when they got.
I'm gonna say yes. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. You got about 10 of them that will be household names. If not, that'll change. And I'll just say it like this, right? High tides raise all ships, right? In addition to that, you have the fact that this class is bringing attention, in ways that I feel like.
Like never before.
Right. You're right. And it's not like a slight to any of the other great. Well, I take that back. It reminds me like when the WNBA kind of first started. I was talking to Cheryl Swoops about this, but it's interesting, man. Like it's just a different. It's different. The game is so much different now. So yeah, Tasha, to answer your, I would love to revisit this, but yeah, to answer your question, I would say yes.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to before her birthday runs out. Happy birthday to Angel Reese. Today's her birthday. She's turning a big 22. Fresh off the draft, Miss Angel Reese brings potential and pressure to the Chicago Sky. Today, we're gonna explore her promising start and what it means for the team, and for her future. So, Q, you're up. Will Angel Reese transition redefine the Chicago Sky season?
I think I think the Chicago Sky got to give her that opportunity. We talked about it last week with like how they did her opening press conference, and even with this game, the first preseason game not being televised on or available for us to watch. They gotta trust her and they have to invest in her. I believe that she can do it, but they gotta I don't want to say they're not giving her the keys, but they have to back her up. She contributed 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block in 24 minutes, which again is a great contribution. Just like how Caitlin Clark had confidence in herself. So the same thing for Angel Reese, and like she said in a interview, she's gonna be vocal, even though she's a rookie. She's not gonna stop talking. She's gonna be herself on her team, which is all you can ask for her. That means you got 100% of her if she's 100% comfortable being herself.
Teresa Witherspoon, I believe, got the steal of the draft. I know that obviously Caitlin Clark went number one, and everyone knows, right? But I believe that Teresa Witherspoon has a generational player on her hands as well. I have seen Angel Reese play since she has been in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and she has only gotten stronger, better. She's always had the same motor. She's always been a winner. She's always been fierce. She's always the same way you can describe Caitlin Clark, you can describe Angel Reese. And that's what makes these two athletes so polarizing.
Yeah.
And yes, happy birthday to her. But just this is amazing again coming off of this is a junior, or rather, she just left her junior year in college. after transferring to LSU, to LSU and winning her championship. The fact that she was able to leave college, get drafted number 7, and then not only people said, "Oh, she's not gonna make the team," which was just obviously stupid. But she's now starting, and in her first start, she almost got a double double in limited time in a game that wasn't nationally televised. Which a lot of people were going to talk about that.
Yeah,
A lot of people were upset with. But it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to go on too much about the other things that she doesn't have, and she mentioned it too. She mentioned it too in an interview where she said it all takes time. We'll see it all come together. But I think that the Chicago Sky have a winner with obviously with her. She has the right work ethic to win. She has all the intangibles you want.
in the
She's the
play.
teammate.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's the teammate that you want to have and the one that you don't want to play against, and that's great.
The WNBA's decision to not televise Angel Reese's debut sparks conversation and controversy about visibility and support for the rookie in the league, and which is a shocker because to me she brings a lot of excitement to the game. And so, Q, I'm gonna start with you. How can the WNBA improve visibility for the players?
It almost feels like they're treating her like the stepchild, because just as much, or with just as much popularity, Caitlin Clark brought. Angel Reese was
Right
following
there.
right behind her with that popularity, with visibility. There's been times where the WNBA will stream games on Facebook and Twitter, so I think those are actually the perfect platforms. I think another popular platform for the time being, while it's still accessible, would be TikTok as well, um, because everybody and their mama like, got TikTok, and if they don't got TikTok, they got IG, they got Facebook, they got Twitter. I definitely have watched games when I've known they've been on Twitter, so that's something like easy accessible. I can watch on my phone. I can go. Um, Even if I'm out to watch it. So I think using more of the free apps or the free platforms. Obviously, you got to make some type of money off of that. So fuel it by ads, um, would be the quickest way to increase accessibility for the games.
Just to speak about the game, I think it's kind of a travesty the fact that she thank God she didn't have her first double double, but the fact that she wasn't able to have her moment in the sun, enjoying the national audience watching her. Now, obviously, WNBA games haven't been selling out, which has been a problem with the league for years. The attendance, my Miami Soul need to come back because of this, but the whole fact that's the whole point. With now we're in 2024 where they have digital media, and they know this. The W knows this. The W knows that, or they should. Caitlin drew 18 million. Reese drew 14 million. Buchers, Beckers did try to get 14 million. Like, these are the numbers of people that are watching, and the fact that they're not taking advantage of it. And shout out to Ali. Shout out to Ali. It's crazy. We spoke about this in media that there was somebody that had a phone that was able to capture the entire game and amass a live stream that had millions of viewers on it. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, thank God that she did that because people got to get the footage and etc. But the fact that people were able to watch a game, that the W is not going to miss out on an opportunity like that again. It's that's just unfortunate that it did happen like that. But times will change. Times will change. Times will change. They funny enough, funny enough, with all the demand and the outcry and the fanfare for Angel Reese's first game not being televised, the W have now announced that the Chicago Sky's next game for sure will be on the WNBA app. So you will be able to go see that if you have League Pass or if you have the WNBA app, streaming platform, somebody's cell phone, etc. But yeah, she'll be able to see the game. So they understand now. And I wrote to them as well. I'm like, they need to treat this, and I think you talked about this, Q, too. They need to treat them like Larry and Magic, right? That
Yes.
they're both of their fam. If you don't want to compare them in talent, that's fine. I agree, but I'm referring to more so as they're polarizing. Now,
Yep.
yeah, speaking
Head
of
to head.
and speaking of polarizing, this is why I love Angel Reese as a player, because she reminds me. Well, I'll pause right here. So, speaking of polarizing, this is why Angel Reese reminds me of one of my favorite players, and I love her as a player. So, one of my favorite basketball players of all time is Allen Iverson, if not my favorite basketball player of all time. And it's ironic enough that just as polarizing as Iverson was with the league, growing up with David Stern and changing the culture, he's a culture just like Reese, right? Unconventional minds. They're culture setters. They're trendsetters. They do things different. And
Unapologetic.
yes, yeah, brash, and there's nothing wrong with that. And the fact I love her, and I call her Angel Iverson. I love her. The fact that she's signed with Reebok, I'm like, Reebok, you need to go call Allen and go get a commercial with Angel. She's already wearing your shoes. Like that needs to happen tomorrow. Like that needs to happen
Yep.
tomorrow. Like Angel Iverson and Allen Reese, however you want to flip
Yep.
that, like make that happen.
Flip it and say we got
I want
next.
royalties. Just let me meet Allen. Let me do media. And let me meet Allen. Yeah, we'll all meet Allen and Angel. But that's all I want. So
Flip it, and caption the commercial talking about we got next to celebrate the WNBA's 27th or 28 seasons now that when they had
so
their initial debut, we got next.
I mean, but you see what I'm saying?
Simple.
So like they have something there, and then I would have like Uncle Shaq pop up and like some type of like just bro, use what y'all got, authentic brands and shit. Like, listen, just let me get media. I don't want no royalties. Like, it's Angel Iverson. There you go. That's like, but the Chi Town Barbie, like, she's awesome.
Yep.
The fact again, I feel like the league is not taking enough advantage of both stars. I love Caitlyn. Don't get it twisted. I love CC. CC's awesome. You already know how I feel about CC. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the jersey. Don't get it twisted. But the Reese jersey coming soon too. So I don't ever want, that's there too. So she's just as exciting to watch. She's just as exciting
Yeah.
to watch. She's just as fiery to have. Um, and she wins. Her and her team wins. At the end of the day, that's what else can you do with that?
Comes down to marketing. Even something as simple as like using Twitter and or excuse me, using X and then using X spaces and then having open up a space with a live stream video because that's what you can do now on X. You can open up a space. The host of the space can show their video, have their video open and everybody in the space can watch the game together and comment on
Right.
the game. And with how if everyone's all tweeting about the same thing because everybody's in the space, then it becomes trending. Then other people see it, and then so on and so on. It's like a ripple effect. Like I literally had four homeboys who were, who have been in the past against watching the WNBA hit me up this weekend saying, "Dang, Q, like they actually kind of entertaining to watch." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I know. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all."
Come on the pod. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But it's true. I mean, yeah, the league is changing, and like they need to take advantage of. And we're going to talk about a few more rookies, and this is why Tasha said this rookie class is generational. You know, they have a lot of players, and just to talk, one of them we're going to speak about Rickea Jackson and Cameron Brink. Two of them we're going to speak about. So it's just interesting. My TikTok base was yelling at me about mispronouncing her name. I got y'all from Miami. So, but we're gonna speak about them too soon, very shortly.
Up to the NDA to the LA Sparks as they make their debut this season. Let's discuss their performance and their implications for their team. And so Rickea Jackson and Cameron Brink. So how do you feel about these ladies, DJ? How will Rickea Jackson and Cameron Brink debut impact the LA Sparks season?
Rickea Jackson and Cameron Brink are going to help the Los Angeles Sparks immediately, to say the least. They were able to come into the first game. This is all preseason, so you have to take this with a grain of salt. But I always take it with more. Why? Well, pause. No Diddy. I always think of these games bigger than what they are. Why? Because you're able to really see what these veteran players think. That's something that I think is very telling. right? Because they've only been there for 2 weeks. So if you're playing basketball, you know this. If you're playing basketball, with somebody in open runs, it takes a minute to trust them. So just if you're playing, right? So if you're playing with somebody for 2 weeks, obviously if they're the leading scorers on the team and they're the youngest ones on the team, meaning the rookies, there's something there. Rickea, she's able to do a lot. She's able to do a lot off the dribble. She's finishes in the paint. She's an exciting player to watch. Here she is with a fadeaway. I mean, she's technically sound, and the fact that they're able to mix this outside perimeter. This is what they want to turn Angel Reese into. She's a legitimate. She reminds me of Alyssa Smith. She's a legitimate perimeter scorer. Like this is her in trend, like in the open court finishing right here. This is just like she can handle it. Like she's good. But the fact that the Sparks have Rickea with mixed in with Cameron, who is also an inside threat, and we're gonna
Mhm.
speak about her. Cameron is great defensively. She can make up for any liability that you're thinking
Yep.
of, and she can also stretch the floor. She can also stretch the floor, which I think is really interesting as well. You guys speak on this, Q.
What I was gonna say is I think they're the perfect pillar pieces to build around a Sparks team that I don't want to say they don't have an identity, um, but they're in the middle of like we're not rebuilding, but we're also not there where we want to be. And I think these two ladies, could take them up to that next level to where we can see them being competitive again, um, throughout the playoffs. I was watching Cameron. I'm not gonna lie, I love the defensive attitude, and I love defense because when I'm on the floor, I like playing defense. Like I take pride in playing defense, and so just to see other players actually care about doing well on defense and giving that energy and that, like I said, the attitude to where they don't want anybody scoring if they can help it. And you just see right there when she sent homegirl shit into the bleachers, even though it's a preseason game and the stats really don't matter, it's like the energy and the effort that you give kind of can determine where the season is going to go. Like if you take an off day on here, there's no telling when you're going to take that off day. So it's really good to see her give those defensive energies. And with Rickea, um, noticeably, I think the four rebounds that she collected alongside with the 10 points is amazing. Well, because I like not only am I a defensive player, like, but I take pride in doing like the dirty work, the rebounds, the loose balls, the blocks, just like the one on one challenge and guarding somebody. So it's really exciting to see when players I'm watching are doing the same thing.
That's why they're gonna win a lot of games. This draft class again is just there. I think it's legendary. Again, Tasha Cam just she can shoot from the outside. Again, defense. She's that. She's been a winner. Like all of them, it's just something difficult to take away. It's gonna be a lot for the league. The vets they're gonna be retiring soon. Thank God for expansion because you know this is one of the toughest leagues to play in just for the fact that everybody's so skilled and you have rookie of the years getting traded and this and that. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot, and Crystal Dangerfield is a great player, so don't get that twisted. But this is a lot. This is a tough league, and it's only 12 teams, and you have to be the best of the best. In addition to that, and that's why it's really impressive to see players like Tarasi. So the fact that these young guns, again, I always say this: the fact that these young guns are able to come in day one, command the offense, beat somebody like Skylar Diggins. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see somebody like Caitlin play somebody like Skylar. It's interesting to
Yeah.
see somebody like Caitlin play against somebody like Arike. I just seen her play and win a championship. Now she, and this is the thing with the age gap and this whole CBA needs to get changed because now you have this age gap. You have the women have to stay there for 4 years. So then
Yeah.
when they come into the league, they're playing against somebody else that's been there for and it's like this is interesting. So this league is really tough. It's really tough to play in.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Sparks like like the ages on the roster, and it's like you got Cameron at 22, you got Rickea at 23, you got maybe one or two. Let me see. I count 2 players at 25, and then everyone else is 27.
Bucket.
Monique Billings 28, Lexi Brown, my baby,
You already know.
29, um, 27, 30, 29. Is you're right.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
definitely
tough
right.
league. That's why I say when I see them come in there, especially but I mean like at 22, you should be polished. That's why I say it's the leading scorer I believe is Jewel Lloyd, who put up 20 a game. Let's see. I'll get back to that. But she put up 20 a game. That's why I go back to saying if you put up 20 in your debut game, that ain't bad. 21 in 28 minutes, that's not bad. So, that's not bad, especially if you got a 40-minute game that you're playing.
Hmm.
That's why I always say, shoot them threes, it's gonna pay off.
And these girls are so skilled. It's
It-
really
it-
nice.
I
It's
think it's
really
just
nice
a
to see.
generation of the times. The fact that we got players like this that have the ability to do these things. Like again, Rickea is off the dribble with it. Cameron can shoot threes. Like everybody has everything in their bag. So now the game is just going to get elevated.
And the skill's been there, but it's the attention that they're getting that I really
Oh, of
love.
course.
That's what's really special about this draft class. That's why I was saying they should put an emphasis on not saying that these 2 players are Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but that's what they should be for the WNBA. That's what they should market them as for to go to that next level, because that's really the issue with that the WNBA has had an issue with is marketing.
Right.
Um, with ads, shoe endorsements, shoe deals, clothing deals, um, even with the jerseys, like it comes down to marketing, and I really want to see them take advantage of players, not in a bad way, but of like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, Rickea, Karen, and so on and so on. I really, really want to see it.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah. Yeah.
And you said a
Yeah.
great word, Q. You said marketing. That's something that's been lacking in the WNBA. And I really believe that with this class, all of their agents need to get on the phone with somebody to get somebody to start having them make more commercials, get more shoe deals. Angel Reese just signed with the headphones with Dre with Beats.
It's by Dre.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
she
she just
did.
signed that. So
Mhm.
just go ahead and get a marketing. Just get more billboards. Get more commercials. They need to advertise it more because these women are bringing the heat. They're bringing the excitement to the game, and it needs to be televised more.
Yes.
Yeah, because we as human beings we're visual. Like a lot of us, something doesn't exist if we never see it.
Right.
So with the accessibility of the NBA games, all right, a lot of people I know they're not watching because they don't know how to watch and they
Or
don't know
they
where
just
to
don't
watch.
know.
And
They just don't know.
yeah, they just don't know.
Yeah.
Um, However, if they can see these women play, shoot, and stuff like that, then it's like, all right, like who is this person
Yeah.
or who is this girl? Like, and then they Google.
And it builds
Then
from
now
there.
you're
Yeah.
looking them up on IG, looking them on Google, looking them on TikTok, and now there's an initial investment.
So 1 year and 9 months to the date, Skylar Diggins makes her debut with the Seattle Storm after being on maternity leave, and we celebrate her return. We celebrate the birth of her newborn baby. And Q, I want to ask you, does she still got it to hang on with these rookies? Because she's 33.
Man, Skylar is like an original dog.
She's the OG.
Like dog attitude. D- we know she can play. Like once a hooper, always a hooper. Especially when your game is premeditated on having a shot and just knowing how to go to the basket and finish the contact. She's a dog. We know that. But it's not just also her physical, but it's her mental too. Once a dog, always a dog. As we see, she made her preseason debut with the 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. Like dog, dog,
She still got it.
big dog, big dog. Yeah, I don't see her. I don't see her losing it either. No matter how much time she takes off.
Yeah.
I'm a Skylar Diggins activist.
Skylar Diggins Smith was the original Caitlin Clark. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
she was right up there in popularity. Drake, I remember Drake
Yeah.
shouted her out, she had her jersey on in the ESPYS. I mean, like everybody loves Skylar Diggins Smith. I I saw her at the McDonald's game. Like this is it's crazy now seeing the fact that it's it, you know, it's just seeing her career like
Mm.
just I guess come full circle. Now she's getting ready to be a part of another super team, and I'm hoping Seattle got a great they have a great backcourt with them two. In addition to having NECA, it's they're stacked. So like you said it. She's a dog. This is my thing. I'm like this is another low key matchup that I'm excited to watch. So when I saw CC fight against or play against Arike, I was like, okay, you know, I already knew
Yeah.
Arike was gonna. I knew they were gonna try and put work on her. But which I thought was good because she got her respect. I already know Skylar gonna come at her throat. So he said she a dog.
She
So I'm
not.
like that. This is gonna be a low key matchup, and I know Jewel is not gonna stop. So yeah, like she's Kobe too. So it's like, and they're both in the back court. So I'm
With
like, they can go for 50 in a. If they go, they each could go for 50. But I'm saying if they go for like 35, like
I see it as like a Kyrie Luca kind of back and forth court. Um, that's like where I see them.
with Skylar Diggins Smith.
Yeah, yeah. Like her and Drew Lloyd, they're both dogs. Both dogs. Skylar Diggins Smith is another, she's another essential part of the WNBA because just like you said, she introduced a lot of people to the game.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
She did.
from I believe what she did a While and Out episode to what you said, Drake shouting her out, stuff like that, small stuff like that, definitely have brought attention to the game. Um, she is a pillar.
She is.
Dogs don't dogs don't forget how to bark.
Yeah, these you see the two of them. They're working well. You know, it's gonna take a little bit for them to I guess just matriculate into playing together. I don't think it shouldn't take too long. I mean, they're great and they don't have much time.
Mm.
But the two of them should do. I mean, the two of them should do well in competition. I feel like Seattle will do much better than last year. I'll say the W is really competitive, man. This is going to be a tough season for everybody. So it's going to be tough
I
sledding for
really don't.
everybody.
I
Let's just
really
say,
don't think she would have went to Seattle if she thought it was going to be a problem. So I expect. I
yeah.
expect great things. I know. I know she gonna deliver. I know they both gonna
Yeah.
deliver.
Yeah. We're
So
gonna circle back to Angel Reese. As she steps on the court against the Chicago Sky in her debut for the New York Liberty. And tonight we are anticipating her performance and the significance for the team's journey. And DJ, we're gonna close this out with you. What can we expect from Angel Reese in her debut game against the Chicago Sky?
Well, especially since this game is televised, I expect. I wish this was a game. I'm going. You know, I wish this was a game I was going to. This would be a really great game. This is a great test for her because she's going to face one of the premier forwards in the league. Speaking about people coming for her next, Brianna Stewart's going to test her,
Ooh.
but more importantly, Angel's going to test Brianna because she's not going to back down. And it will be interesting to see how she will guard her defensively. Stewie is a great matchup, and this is a rookie at the end of the day, so she's gonna take advantage of her.
Yeah.
Um, but this is a different type of
Yeah,
rookie.
she's different.
If she,
She-
yeah, she underestimates her, she'll get fried. You know, Jordan learned that the hard way. This is Angel Iverson, I'm telling you. So she'll figure out a way to compete. She always does. My thing is just I want to see again. It's always defense. She's gonna do well defensively, but I know Stewie is she's a top 2 scorer, top 3 scorer in the league.
Yeah.
So her, Asia, and Jewel, it's them three, and then Arike is up there. So it's that's gonna be fun to see. That's gonna be fun to see. That's gonna be, and then you got Sabrina. You have Sabrina there, and the fact that Camila, which prayers for her, God bless. She's not gonna be playing for the first 2 months of the season, so with shoulder injury. So I'm hoping that she gets better and recovers. But she's gonna be there by herself, not by herself theoretically, but she's gonna have to do a lot more, especially on the defensive front against these two.
Yeah. I really think her welcome to the NBA moment is gonna be with Brianna Stewart tomorrow. Like even if it's just like a one possession kind of matchup, like she's gonna see what the top looks like. from a defensive standpoint with Stewie, we all know Stewie's a walking bucket on all three levels. So I think this is going to give Angel Reese um, the proper gauge on like where she needs to bring everything to and how far she needs to go. I don't really see her backing down because that's not her personality. She kind of has like this. I have to. I'm going to talk my talk because that's what fuels my game. So I don't really like she said she can't back. She can't back down. She's not going to stop being vocal, even though she's a rookie. She is going to be who she is,
Yeah.
and that's her number one quality.
And yeah, and then, but this is, this is one of the best teams in the league, and she's gonna go through it. She's gonna go through it tonight, but I expect her to do great in spite of it because New York, and this is on the road. It's tough, man. I believe it's on the road, so it'll be fun to see, man. I wish this was a game I was attending, but it's, again, at the end of the day, it's exhibition, so this is a good learning experience. She just needs to take away from this game, from the coach. Whether I am not in the least bit worried about how she'll do. Coach Witherspoon, she's a great player. She's gonna get better
Or
as the game develops. So yeah, it's just a
yeah,
learning
and she's only
experience.
22. Remember, she's only 22. She has the links, she has the mindset,
Right.
she has the confidence and the courage to talk that talk. So I have no worries with Angel Reese at all. At all. So that's all for tonight, people. Thank you so much for joining us. That's your boy DJ, that's Reese. Randy, get your butt in here in the next episode. We gotta have your face in the place, okay? So until next time, she shoots, she scores. See y'all next time.